What do the world's top performers do when they make a huge mistake? First, they don't freak out. Be the rock, not the wave. Be a stoic. Every person makes mistakes, especially the best in the world, because they live on the edge of their comfort zone. Jordan missed the most game-winning shots.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career.
Tiger missed the most tournament-winning putts. Broadway stars misstep their dance moves more than anyone else. Why? Because they're taking the most difficult shots. Mistakes are not a bug. They are a function of being world-class. Perfectionism is a self-destructive illusion. Yes, in one way, what you do is who you are, but that's only true in a general sense, meaning the patterns of your life, your habits. If you run every day, you're a runner. And if you miss one day or have a bad race, you're still a runner by identity. A mistake can never be who you are. Mistakes are, by definition, anomalies. They are the exceptions rather than the rule. So what should you do when you make a mistake? First, forgive yourself. Don't freak out. Don't ruminate or beat yourself up. Tell yourself that result out there is not who you are, which is what you always say when someone you love makes a mistake, for example. They have 100 points of evidence that they're not someone who messes up. And yet, they have and do and will again. What do you do about it? You console them. You help them. You tell them to brush it off. But why don't you do the same with yourself? The point is, you are not your mistakes. You are how you respond to them. Start there. Separate the result from the soul. But once that spiritual identity gymnastics is complete, switch to stoic mode. Use mantras like "this too shall pass," or "give me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." Or, "will I remember this in 10 years?" Whatever your answering mantra, quickly pivot from worry or self-doubt to immediate action. Tony Robbins refers to this as massive action. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. Ask yourself, what do I need to do right now to mend this tear? What do I need to fire hose the blaze? Because an emergency doesn't care about your feelings. Put out the fire. As Jocko Willink says, look around, make a call. That specific action will depend on the severity and the type of the fire, though nonetheless, get to it. Say you're sorry, fill the gap, fix the machine, have the conversation, make the call. Whatever it is, do it, and now. After the emergency has subsided, ask yourself this question. Why did this happen? This is often referred to as a postmortem. Get to an Elon Musk first principle level depth of thinking. Why didn't we make that sale? Because they didn't like the projections. Why didn't they like the projections? Because they didn't believe our optimism? Why didn't they believe our optimism? Because they didn't believe us. Well, why didn't they believe us? Because they didn't emotionally connect with us. Why didn't they emotionally connect with us? Because the meeting was cold and began without small talk. Why was the meeting cold and began without small talk? Because they see 5 pitches a day and we're just part of their system. So what could you have done to connect with them so you weren't just one of many? Well, we could have researched more about each of their likes and dislikes and made the presentation more personal. What else? We could have adapted our generic pitch to their specific company. What else? We could have sent them a personalized gift beforehand. What else? We could have asked them questions in our pitch rather than just lectured. What else? We could have added our personal stories and vulnerabilities to the presentation like Brené Brown suggests. What else? You could go on and on like this until you have a set of new action steps that you can now implement next time. By doing this, you've now transformed your mistake into a new standard operating procedure for next week's even bigger pitch. Do you see how that works? This is a practical application of Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. No, really, the obstacle, the mistake, is the way. It is the mirror you need to look at before you adopt intermittent fasting. The poor performance that causes you to reimagine your nightly routine to get better sleep. The minor pause in production that leads to a new safety procedure that will save hundreds of lives in the future. The catalyst for a new tradition of thankfulness and therefore joy. Your mistakes are the most pivotal moments of your life. If utilized, accepted, acted upon, and molded into useful, life-altering mirror moments, your mistakes can be the best moments of your life. And so in summary, 1, mistakes happen. 2, that mistake does not define you. 3, put out the fire right now. 4, why did this happen? 5, no really, why did this happen? 6, turn that learning into a new standard operating procedure for the future. And then finally 7, be thankful. That mistake was the best thing you ever did. As always, see you next time. Cheers.